What's up, world? It's your girl T Fizzle. Okay, so I have been sent this story quite a few times, but I didn't really want to make a video on it when I first was initially sent this story in September. If you guys haven't heard, Zoe Salanda, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing her name, but Zoe Salanda from the Avatar movie, she's the Dominican and Puerto Rican female. She was recently casted to play Nina Simone, who is an African American jazz artist. She's also a pianist, and she was also a civil rights activist in the 60s. And Nina Simone is known for her Afrocentric style, her natural hair, being proud of who she was in a time where her features were not really accepted as mainstream. They weren't considered beautiful. And Nina always held her head high. She always carried herself with grace and dignity. And she was proud of her Afrocentric features. And basically, the uproar comes about is because right now, Zoe has been casted to play this role. And a lot of people are upset. They're saying that she should not play the role. She's way too light. She has Eurocentric features. She has straight hair. And I was kind of, on the fence about this because, I don't want to be a point where we're, perpetuating colorism against somebody else because they're a lighter hue. But once these pictures came out, and I don't know if you guys have seen these pictures, I'm going to go ahead and post them right now. Once these pictures came out, this definitely changed my mind. As you see, they're trying to get Zoe to fit the part of Nina Simone. And with that, they've given her prosthetic teeth. They've made her nose wider. They've made her skin darker. They've also given her a Party City afro wig. And I think that's what offended me the most was that nappy-ass, tacky-ass Afro City wig. My thing is this. If y'all have to go through that much, through 3 to 4 hours with the makeup and hairstyling to get Zoe to look more Afrocentric, what is wrong with using a dark-skinned woman who already has those natural features? And I just feel like whenever it comes to our story, so many times we complain that there's not enough darker skinned women in movies. There's not enough darker skinned actresses and video models and whatever else. All you see is light skinned women. That's one of the biggest complaints in the black community as far as for, black women. So now we have a chance to have Nina Simone's story be told. And she was a dark skinned woman with natural hair, who was very proud of her features. And Hollywood turns around and hires a Puerto Rican Dominican actress. I'm not taking anything from Zoe. I'm not saying she's not a good actress. She is. I'm not taking anything from her abilities. But when you do a biopic, I believe that person should look somewhat like the character that you're depicting. It only makes sense. I just find it kind of insulting that they would rather have Zoe sit through hours of hair and makeup as opposed to just getting a dark-skinned actress, and it doesn't have to be an actress that's famous. It doesn't have to be Kimberly Elise or Jill Scott or Mary J. Blige. Do you know how many women would kill for a role like that? Do you know how many people have gone to school for acting and have perfected their craft, but they can't get a shot because Hollywood is not hiring real actors and actresses? They had no qualms putting Precious out there as a dark-skinned, plus-size African-American woman. So I don't understand why they couldn't cast somebody who looked more like Nina Simone for this role. And again, this is not to take away from Zoe. This is not to make this a Latina versus, black people debate. But it's just frustrating. First, it didn't bother me, but once the pictures leaked out, it does kind of bother me. Because, Nina Simone made it cool to be natural before it was a fad. Before it was a cool thing. She was proud of who she was. She was proud of her features. She was proud of her nose. She was proud of her hair. She made it cool to look the way that she looked, and she made no apologies for that. And to basically undermine that and just put Zoe in the role and then put a wig on her head and then, that doesn't come across to me as authentic or genuine. It's almost insulting in my personal opinion, So I just want to know you guys' opinion on the whole Zoe Zalanda and Nina Simone situation. Do you guys feel like Zoe is the right person for this role? Do you feel like they should have went with the darker skinned female, somebody with natural hair? Or do you feel like we all need to just, fall back and wait until the movie comes out? And also I want to know, do you plan on going to go see the movie? Because personally, I don't plan on spending a dime to see the movie. On top of a lot of people being against it, it's also been brought to my information that Nina Simone's daughter is not happy with Zoe being casted at all, and she's written a few letters to the director as well. So she's not a part of the movie, and I find that funny that they wouldn't contact Nina Simone's family members to get their input as far as who they want to play the role. So I'm going to go ahead and post a link to the story down below. You guys can check it out. It has the full detail of the controversy. I want to know what you guys think about the whole situation. All right. Deuces.